But I guess if she did call about it, then she saw it as a potential concern.
Yeah. Imagine she was like Kongyun, Wonbin, and Hyunbin all together.
Cool, go, dude. There's
That
not.
means you're in love.
Yo, I want to be happy. Other differences. Korea, USA.
Speaking of the individuality, I feel like in the US, there's like this level of freedom, giving space to each other, right?
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
When you go out, you expect the other partner understands what you're doing, and nothing's gonna happen.
Right. And you don't typically question it.
Yeah.
Because that question can be perceived as distrust.
And you're not like a chill person.
Right. Whereas in Korea, you're almost expected to
Like report.
report for duty.
Yeah.
The clearest example, this was with an ex. She was Korean.
Yeah.
Or she is Korean. She's still alive.
She was Korean.
She was on vacation. She was abroad. She had been grinding. She'd been working a lot of hours, and I was happy for her to be vacationing. We were texting, and she's like, "Hey, I met this like tour group,
Yeah.
a bunch of Korean guys, and they want to invite me to go out later." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "Go for it."
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that's a mistake.
Yeah.
I didn't know. This is actually recently too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that sounds like a good time. I'm glad you found a group that you can hang out with.
Yo, what if they're models? 6'2", they all look like Chippendale models.
I mean, who knows? They could have been, but I didn't ask about that.
Oh, maybe you just didn't care.
I did, dude. What? It's my girlfriend did. Even though she didn't express it at the time, she came back and said, "Hey, I actually didn't go out with that group." I was like, "What?" She's like,
Yeah.
"Are you not concerned that something would happen to me, that I would make a mistake?" I was like, "Well, yeah, safety, yeah, but I'm not gonna stop you from going out."
Wait. It worked in your favor because you play like this reverse psychology game
I didn't play any
by
game.
not giving a fuck.
Dude, that's not being fair.
No, but that's actually like there's actually merit to that reverse psychology thing.
I didn't try to play any psychology, man. Like, you give me a lot of credit. Like, I play psychology on the kids that I see in my clinic. Dude, she's my girlfriend.
Inadvertently, you played this
fair.
reverse psychology where it's like you didn't give a damn, and then your girlfriend was like, "Why doesn't he give a damn?"
Oh, but I see her point. And I saw her point immediately.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't like attacking me. She wasn't that kind of person. You know her.
Yeah.
And I learned this that by asking more questions or like, "Hey, you sure?" or "Text me when you get home."
Yeah.
Which I see as now a courtesy. What I didn't want to come off as was distrusting, concern. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
In America, I feel like if I did the opposite, it was like, "Who are you with?" Like, these studs.
What are you doing right now?
Like, send me a picture of their Instagram. Like,
Report every 2 minutes.
okay, you're good. I don't know. Is it cultural? I don't know.
It's a level of investment to the relationship and showing the concern when she's meeting other dudes in a vacation setting and they're about to go out to drink.
Yo, but if it's a person that you fully trust, why do you have to have that doubt?
No, but
Am I being naive?
let me give you an example with the business. Now you're a business owner. Let's say there's a problem at your clinic.
A problem.
Yeah,
Well, if there's a problem, of course I'm gonna ask about it.
a potential problem, not a problem, but potential problem. Would you be like, "Oh, okay, I trust you guys, whatever," and then just hang up?
That's different, man. You're saying that one's a potential problem. I don't see it as a potential problem.
Let's say your coworker is calling you,
Yeah.
and there's a potential problem.
They see it as a concern.
They see it as a concern.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
they want to like double check.
They just want to double check.
I see.
If you respond, it's like, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about," like whatever. Like
I see.
It might seem negligent,
Well, indifferent.
indifferent, or
Oh yeah, maybe both actually.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it that way.
So if you show like more concern about it and ask more about what's going on,
Right.
and show,
Okay.
yeah,
I get it.
show a level of like sort of investment in that way.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
But I guess if she did call about it, then she saw it as a potential concern.
yeah. I mean, imagine you or in this in a reverse situation. You're on a vacation.
Okay.
You're with a group of hot girls. You're about to go out to drink.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that warrant concern for your girlfriend?
I don't think she should be concerned unless she doesn't trust me.
No, but then, given that there's a potential, like there's a chance.
If I were going out with a group of girls on vacation, I would need to ask
Wait,
permission.
wouldn't you be confused if your girlfriend's completely cool?
Confused? Why
Yeah.
would I be confused?
If you say, hey, I'm out on a vacation.
Oh, I could perceive it as indifference.
Yeah.
I see that. But I would actually be like, yo, my girlfriend's mad cool. It's mad chill. I don't attribute that to a negative trait. I don't know. Am I supposed to? Am I being naive? Maybe I'm naive. Because maybe people have been too trusting and have been burned in that situation.
Yeah.
And then they can be like, you're being an idiot for not asking. But I haven't gotten burned. Why do I need to cast doubt on a situation where I'm not actually concerned?
There's a saying that says, people become petty when they're in love.
That's a stupid saying.
Maybe you're not in love.
What?
Because like you're like a cool guy. You're perceived as a cool guy, like responding.
Not petty, man. I think being, like you said, like showing that you care,
Yeah.
but not petty. I don't think anybody likes petty.
No one likes being petty, but when you're in love,
No,
you
still.
tend to become a little petty. I think that's fact. It's like, oh, things that shouldn't bother you, bothers you.
Really? I feel like if you're in love, you can overlook those things.
You could have trust.
What do you guys think? Yo, help me out here. Am I the only one who would?
It's for sure. I think it's a personality difference.
Okay.
But I think generally speaking,
Yeah.
people expect a level of pettiness from their partner,
And they perceive that well.
and that they perceive that as like a investment and concern and care.
I see.
Yeah.
Yo, isn't that funny how that world works? Why isn't a complete trust perceived as positive instead? It's just funny.
I think like being cool is like not bad,
Yeah.
but it's not a sign of love in my
Okay.
thought.
You want a certain level of care.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
And usually being like madly in love
But-
translates to being a little petty.
Okay. Regardless of culture, then?
Yeah,
Regardless of culture? So it's not even a Korea versus USA thing?
But I think statistically, in the US, people are more chill about those like things.
Yeah, dude, because if I'm out with my Korean bros,
Yeah.
yo, they got texting all night, man. I almost feel like they're shackled by their kakao.
Yeah.
Because every hour they have to be like, oh no, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Oh,
Did
it's
you call
okay.
and showing them who they're with?
I feel like that's so sad.
That is very sad. Yeah. That's
Extreme.
extreme. That's extreme.
That
case.
could be distrust. then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I think you just have to meet in the middle.
Okay, I was
where-
too much on the.
Yeah. You're on the pull.
Too much on the chill end.
Like, imagine shows it like Kongyun, Wonbin, and Hyunbin all together. maybe you'll be madly in love one day.
Maybe I'll be petty as fuck one day. Hey, what do you mean?
Where are you? Who are you with?
Your GPS location.
Who's the third person that you're with now? I thought you were just with
Nah,
Kim.
dude, that's so unattractive too. Like, I just feel like that could actually break a relationship.
Oh, for sure.
If
Like any sort of extremes
Right.
breaks relation. You just gotta find moderation.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.